Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I managed to finish 5 books in the first 5 days of November, so I thought I'd do a little mini wrap up for you guys. Let's go. So, the first book I completed was an audiobook of Ogre Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. This is the point 5 novel in the Ella Enchanted universe. I don't know if there's going to be any other book in the series other than Ella Enchanted itself, but my daughter and I listened to the audiobook of Ogre Enchanted, which is a prequel to Ella, and it was absolutely lovely. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I went into it not remembering much about the actual book of Ella Enchanted, which is probably good because if you remember a whole lot about that book, I think it might taint you going back for this prequel, just because you're expecting certain people and certain things, and they're not really going to be there. So, without knowing a whole lot about it, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I absolutely enjoyed the story. We are following a healer named Evie. Yes, Evie. And her best friend proposes to her, but when she turns him down because she feels like they are too young, uh, Lucinda shows up and turns her into an ogre. And so she has to try to find true love. And it's just, she winds up just being an absolutely amazing character. I love her to death. I love all the characters. I think that Gail Carson Levine did an amazing job with these characters. So I highly suggest that you check it out. And the audiobook was really good. The next book I completed in the month of November was Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. Now, you might remember that I started this in the middle of October and then I had to put it down. I actually had to return it to the library. So then Scribd got it on audiobook and I was able to listen to the audiobook. I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know. So many people said that they loved it so much and it was so great. I liked the twist. I really did like the twist at the end because I wasn't expecting it, but I still wound up only giving this a 3 out of 5 stars. It was kind of a 2 out of 5 until the last few chapters, so it's kind of a soft 3. I enjoyed the ending and I enjoyed the characterization of the girls, but not enough to bump it up any further. Basically, I think everybody knows what it's about, but Mila brings her dead best friend back and winds up bringing back 2 other girls who were murdered around the same time, and lots of stuff happens. All right, next I read Sad Animal Facts by Brooke Barker, and this book is a series of I don't think you're going to be able to see that, so I don't know why I'm holding it up. Oh, nope. All right. You're not going to be able to see it if I hold this up for you, but this book is oh, you can. It is a series of little caricatures like that of different animals. And when you see the little caricature, there is also just a random sad fact about that animal. Like if a whale sings off key, he'll never be able to find his pod and will live a very, very lonely life. I actually really enjoyed it. It was a quick ebook to read and it works for nonfiction. So there you go. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Then I read another nonfiction book. I listened to the audiobook of Good Morning, Good Night, Little Pep Talks for You and Me. Sorry, For Me and You by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And Johnny Sun is the illustrator for this book. So I actually looked up the ebook and saw some pictures that Johnny Sun had illustrated to go with the pep talks. Lin-Manuel Miranda is the narrator for this audiobook, and it is literally just couplings of tweets. So he tweets out good morning and good night tweets, and they are just him reading these tweets, and I absolutely adored it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, more like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. There was a lot in there that I just kind of needed to hear at the time, I guess. I did listen to all of them at once or in about 2 settings. So I might have gotten more out of it, and I may go ahead and buy the book so that I can just kind of randomly flip to a page and read the tweet in the future. However, it was great. And then the last book, the latest book I have completed, was called Engaging Learners, Outstanding Teaching Series Engaging Learners by Andy Griffith and Mark Burns. And this is literally just a 200-page book on how to engage your students and have them doing a lot of participation and kind of more student-led discussion so that you can really see that they are getting it and they're flowing in their work, as opposed to you just standing up there and chattering at them, which is something I'm very, very interested in. I would love to have high amounts of creativity and student engagement in my classroom. So I read that book, and it's actually going towards a personal learning focus that the state is having us do this year. So it was super interesting. I got some good resources out of it. Plus, I can count it towards my PLF, which makes me super happy. I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. And I'm probably going to go find some other books by these guys because they seem to know what they're talking about. So those are the 5 books that I have completed in the first 5 days of November. And I would love to know what you're working on, what you've been reading. So go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And let me know if you want to know more about any of these books or my ratings of these books, or if you've read them or want to read them as well. Go ahead and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.